Hi friends, in this video I'll introduce you to Databricks. Then we'll see how to connect to Data Lake from Databricks. The data lake is Azure Storage Data Lake Gen 2. And then we'll see how to process data in Data Lake from Databricks. We'll also see how to mount a file-based storage to DBFS. We'll talk about service principal and its importance in mounting, why it is used in order to mount data lake to Databricks. We'll also see how to write processed version of data in Databricks back to data lake. So friends, Azure Databricks is basically an implementation of Spark in the cloud. So we don't have to worry about building clusters. Azure Databricks will take care of creating clusters. It has user-friendly interface to run code on clusters interactively. So we'll come across workspace and notebook. What is notebook? Notebook is a document where you can enter some code, run on it, and then the results will be shown in the notebook. Then we'll talk about clusters. So friends, we'll start creating a resource, which is a storage account. We'll create a new resource group. We will leave the performance as standard, account kind as v2, and then next. So nothing to change here. Here also there is nothing to change. Since we want to create a Gen 2 account, so we'll enable the hierarchical namespace model, while Azure Storage follows a flat storage structure. It will take some time to create. So here we are creating a data lake storage Gen 2 account. In this we can see all the resources which we created. So this is the resource which we created just now, and in this click on container. We'll create a container which we will call it as test input. We create a container. In this container we'll upload a file, a CSV file which will contain some data. We'll upload car CSV data, car CSV file which will contain car CSV data. And these are other options which you can see. The block size is 4 MB, and click on upload. The upload is complete. Now what we'll do is, since in the free trial version we are not allowed to create a Databricks, we are allowed to create a Databricks resource, but we won't be able to use it. In order to create clusters and then create notebooks and write some code and do all the other things, we need to create a account in Community Edition. So I have created an account in a Community Edition, and I have also created a cluster. In order to save some time, I created a cluster. Now we'll go to a workspace and we'll create a new notebook. We'll call process data in data lake. So this is the notebook, and we'll mount this folder. Select is Python, or we'll mount the container which we created in data lake storage Gen 2. Now we have created, and then we'll process the data, and the language we'll use is Python. Mounting means, so that particular data we'll be able to see the output. So these are cells, data lake store data in DBFS, which is Databricks files in the notebook. and then we'll use this mounted data in order to see the data to this particular notebook, in order to understand and visualize the data, and then we'll write the process data back to particular cells storage account. Now here what we'll do is we'll just mount the data lake storage gen2 folder into DBFS, which is Databricks file system, and we'll use this mount point to access the data in DBFS. Then we'll process the data or transform the data and then write it back to data lake storage gen2. We'll create a folder and then we'll write it back to that particular folder. With the help of Python code, we'll mount the data, process the data, and write data back to data lake storage gen2. So we'll carry out all those steps. Now the first step is we need to mount. I won't write any code here. I have saved all the code in a notepad. Just copy the code from notepad and paste here, and then we'll see how we'll make any changes in the code. So the first step here is we'll use this code in order to initiate mounting. So first we need is app ID, secret, and directory ID. This app ID, secret, and directory ID, we can get all this information by creating an Azure Active Directory. So we'll create an Azure Active Directory. Azure Active Directory is an enterprise identity provider, especially providing an identity as a service. So when we register an app, this is the first step to initiate mounting. We need all the information, app ID and directory ID and secret. You can also find this code in Microsoft Docs. So I just copied that code. And in order to get this information, we need to register an app. We'll do that registration process in Azure Active Directory. This is also called identity as a service. It is taking some time to load the page. Here we'll click on app registrations. Click on new app. Click on register. Now we'll copy the application ID and store it in a notepad. We'll also copy the directory ID. Now we'll create a secret. Click on certificates and secrets. Now click on client secret, which is secret. Click on add. We'll copy this and store it here. Now we'll use all these three IDs, app ID, directory ID, and secret key, which we copied here in Azure Databricks in order to do mounting. By these three entities, we won't be able to do or initiate mounting. What we need to do is, now we'll go to storage account. Now we need to control the level of access to Gen2 storage. and we can do this access control by assigning an appropriate role to the app which we registered just now. So we'll we'll assign an appropriate role. Access control, we'll add a role assignment. Service principal, and now select the name, which is, so this is the app which we created just now, and click on save. So we have assigned a role to this particular app, and now we'll use this in other Azure resources in order to access the container. So we'll use this ID, app ID, directory ID and secret in order to access the data residing in a container. We'll run this. This is run. In the second cell, we'll try to so this is Azure Blob file system, and container name is test input. This is the container name. Storage name is this one. Now we'll also give a name to this mount point, which is data lake gen2 mount. Okay, now we'll click on run. This code is taking some time to execute. With this, we will be able to mount the input file into Databricks file system. This is done. Now the third step, we'll import pandas here. Once we import pandas, we'll be able to use all the methods and functions, all the methods and attributes of pandas library in this notebook. Now here in this step we are trying to read the file, and we'll store that file, the data, in the data frame, and we'll also display the data. The file, the CSV file, is located in this particular mount location, which we have created here. Now click on run. Okay, we'll also give the file name. Let's see if it's work. Let's see if it is working. Okay. Now this data frame contains the data of CSV file and it is loaded into this data frame. Now in this step we'll create a temporary view. We'll name it as cast data. Now we have created a temporary view and we can write SQL queries in order to view the data. We'll see how we'll do that. Simply writing this SQL, it won't work. Select star query. Let's run and see what we are able to. It is not working. In order to make this SQL syntax work, we need to mention %SQL. Like this. Now we are able to see the data in this table. This is the temp table we just created. We have created a temp table. Now in order to process the data, we'll just try to rename the column names. The first two column names we'll rename. A temporary view is created which will store the data with modified column names. You can see the name of the columns are changed here. In this command here, we are trying to write this equal to pandas data frame and storing this in a variable which is data. We have named this variable as data. Now click on run. This is done. We'll import OS, which is a library, Python library, and then we'll create a directory which is mount. This particular command over here, it will create a folder called cast transformation in this mount location, and this is done in data lake, in Azure Data Lake Gen 2. Now a directory called cast transformation is created in Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 2, and this is the mount point. We define the mount point in the code we have written earlier. OK now. Now we are writing this data to CSV, to this CSV file in this particular location which we created here, this particular folder which we created here. Now let's run and see if this is working. So from this we can tell that the output file name will be cars output.csv, and this file will be stored in this location. Now we'll just refresh it. We'll go to this, and here you can see the folder is created, and this is the file. We can also see the data. If we see it, these are the column names, these are the column names which we changed in Azure Databricks. So we have transformed the source data in Azure Databricks, and we have copied back the data to Azure Data Lake. Thank you friends. Thanks for watching the video.